Come with me on one of the most historic routes in all of North America, the Route 66. This highway spans 2,448 miles across the United States, starting in Chicago, Illinois, and ending in Los Angeles, California. And I'm partnering with Monte RV to show you from start to finish. I'll be taking their luxury Class C RV on this journey, equipped with a kitchen, indoor shower, master suite, and even bump outs to make it more spacious. And the best part is, I'm not doing it alone. So step back in time with us as we travel through the Route 66. Welcome to Chicago. Home to the starting point of the Route 66, this historic city has tons of amazing landmarks, one of them being Lou Mitchell's. One of the first iconic stops along the Route 66. This place opened in 1923, and it's the first place in Chicago to serve breakfast all day. We then hopped on some bikes and made our way to our next location, Willis Tower Museum. Here's where you'll get the best view of the city. And it's also where the scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off was filmed. After that, we hopped on a taxi bike and went to the last location of the day, The Bean. After a full day in Chicago, it was time to officially start the journey. Well, we made it to Springfield, Illinois, and there's one thing that we desperately need to do, and that's go grocery shopping. We need to go get some food, some snacks, and some essential items that we need for the rest of the trip. We got steaks, burgers, and a bunch of easy things to make on the road. We then made our way to our next location. What you see behind me now is Shea's Gas Station and Museum. It was opened by Bill Shea in 1946 and closed in 1982, and it officially became a museum in 1995. This was a super cool location, but it was time to finish the day in Granite City to check out the iconic murals they have before heading south. We woke up the next day and got right back on the road to head to the Merrimack Caverns. These caverns were thought to be one of the many hideouts Jesse James used while he was on the run. Definitely worth checking out. Next on the list is Gary's Gate Parita. This Sinclair station was established in 1934. Here you'll find some of the oldest Route 66 relics. You'll be walking into a literal time capsule. We then made a pit stop at the Blue Whale of Catoosa before making it to Texas. We're here in Amarillo, Texas at the Big Texan Steak Ranch, home of the 72-ounce steak challenge. Tristan and I are about to go in and see if we can complete it. This was without a doubt the biggest steak I've ever seen in my life, and if you can't tell by my face, we didn't even get close. Next was the Cadillac Ranch, a super cool installation where you can spray paint your own piece of art. One of the coolest stops of the trip so far. We're here in Adrian, Texas, and we are standing dead smack in the middle of the Route 66. Either which way is 1,139 miles. We just had lunch here at the Midpoint Cafe, and it was absolutely amazing. Now it's time to start the second half of this journey. The trip may be halfway done, but there's still plenty more to see. We drove through New Mexico and stopped in Gallup to check out the El Rancho Hotel. This historic building has been in numerous Western films like Fort Apache and The Treasure of Sierra Madre. We then headed to Winslow, Arizona, and this town was booming. Home to many Route 66 murals, but most know it from the famous Eagles song, Take It Easy. And now I can say I was standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Next, we stopped at Meteor Crater, where 50,000 years ago a meteor struck Earth with a force 150 times greater than the atomic bomb. This was a super cool sight to see. After that, we made our way to the Hackberry General Store. This place was my favorite service station by far. The relics were really cool, and the entire place was covered in dollar bills from all over the world. We then made our way to our next location. The road gets very windy and narrow, so make sure to drive this portion with caution. After a couple hours, we made it to Oatman, Arizona. This, in my opinion, was the coolest location. It's an old mining town where donkeys are literally everywhere, and there's tons of games and activities to do here. It literally felt like stepping back in time here. But you might have to wait in line for the locals. When we woke up, we got everything ready to make the trek to the 8th and final state of the Route 66, California. Our last location was Elmer's Bottle Tree Ranch. This 2-acre ranch was made in 2000 by Elmer Long and has more than 200 bottle trees, the perfect location to end the trip. We're here in Los Angeles, California at the Santa Monica Pier, and this sign above us marks the very end of the Route 66. Man, what a journey it has been. 15 days, 8 different states, and a ton of memories made. Huge shout out to El Monte RV for sending us on this trip in the first place. Their Class C RV was everything we wanted and more. And man, I think tonight we're gonna spend our last night on the beach, enjoy the accomplishment, and I can't wait to see where the next adventure takes us. These last 15 days couldn't have been any better. No matter where you're at in the world, I believe the Route 66 should be on everyone's bucket list. The history that the Route 66 holds is truly something spectacular. There were so many things I would have never experienced had I not done this trip. From the people we met to the memories that were made, this trip was truly life-changing.